Do you think that they was kind of like they didn't want you there and they didn't want to pay you your worth? Do you feel like you being black had something to do with it?
I first looked at my paycheck once they took over. I was not the like embalmer and cosmetologist.
Okay.
They had on my paycheck once they took over a prep room clother. So that means I'm just a person that dressed the dead bodies.
But you was the main embalmer though before they did all that, right?
I was one of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So I did. Not only did I do embalming, I did the dressing, the cosmetics, the casketing. I even did a few services because I really wasn't a funeral attendant. Yeah.
Okay.
Prep room clother.
And how many other black women did you see?
One there.
So I need you to repeat that one more time. How many other black women with all these degrees in education, how many of them were there at that place that you're working at?
Me.
You. So would it be safe to say that since you were the only one, most jobs, they pride themselves on, hey, I got a young black woman with all her degrees. She's our main embalmer. You know, they use that all the time. The first black this, the first black that.
No. They'll use me like if they had a service. And I remember like at Rose Hills, the guy was like, hey, Mariah, do you want to work this black service?
Ooh.
And I wondered, excuse me, what is a black service? I mean, what religion is that? There's no religion that I know of.
I like that. I'm going to use that.
So, yeah. So is it like Baptist, Christian, Methodist?
Church?
I mean,
man.
what is it?
What did he say? Was this
he was just blown away.
Was this a Latino man?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I remember when one day so I do hair, I decided I'm going to do like, a little cute blonde look. Oh, and I was cute too. Yes, I got pulled into the office because my hair was not a natural color, but they didn't say a thing to the Spanish girls or the white girls that had different hair color because I know that her natural hair color couldn't have been blonde.
Okay. So would you say that you being black, a woman, educated, and confident, do you think that was a problem?
Absolutely.
Do you think that was a problem?
Absolutely.
Why do you think that was a problem? Because you weren't, you know how they want us to do. Did you think that they were showing it? Kiss ass and follow behind them. And even though you know probably more than everybody else, because I felt like some of the stuff you was telling us when we used to be at my mom's house, remember when we used to all be at my mom's house? And it's hard to have those conversations around my mom because she gonna be like, fuck them motherfuckers.
Me and your mom had the same birthday.
So you already know how my mom was. She was very much, well, where they at? Where they at? Do we need to kick a bitch's ass? Like, you know how my mom was. So it's like, do you feel like they knew, like, okay, this is a confident black woman, so we can only give her so much? Do you feel like they was doing
Absolutely.
that? Was they kind of like, because that black funeral thing don't sit right with me. What does that mean?
Yeah, what did it mean?
What
black service?
Yeah, what is that?
You have the white service. You want me to do the white service too? Or just only the black?
Did they ever ask you to do other services that weren't black?
No.
But they would come to you when it was time for the black services?
Absolutely, because they wanted me to be the face. Like they have a black person here. Yes.
Wow. Dang. So how did you feel after you started to notice that? Were you like, damn, y'all playing games? Or were you kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to wait to see if they give me this bread and then I can do what I need to do? Because you're very, very intelligent when it comes to that bag. You ain't no dummy. When it comes to that bag, you'll be like, oh, yeah. Oh, I'll be a nigga. No problem. But you got that bag?
Exactly. Always take note. Mental notes. Okay.
Was there anyone else within this infrastructure that noticed it too, that would pull you to the side sometimes and be like, they kind of doing some shicey shit to you?
Even my first guy that he was my supervisor basically. Okay. So he was like, if you really want this, you have to fight for it. They're not going to give it to you. This is an old white man's business. I had to fight for this. He opened up his own. He said, when I started, I was embalming cats and dogs. I was making more money embalming animals than I was embalming humans. Like embalming.
Wait, what?
He was making $500 embalming dogs and cats, stuffing them and stuff like that for people. and he was probably getting like 100. I think it was like 150 to embalm, a person back then.
Wow.
So that's what it was. Now the embalming. So now they went from like when I first started, they were charging the families like 400. Now it's like 650. It's like a minimum to embalm. That's just the embalming process.
We're not talking about dressing you, makeup, and all that other shit.
Then you want to add on some autopsy repair. If they were autopsy, then that's another $250 or something like that. They have a contagious disease. You charge them up for that. You want them to be dressed, casketed, cosmetics. Charge you for that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that. I thought you just pay for the embalm and that's it. Oh, no. And the little clothes and shit come free.
Oh, no. Clothes come free. No. I
didn't know that.
If they don't bring any clothes, who's providing the clothes for them? The family has to bring the clothes.
Damn.
Oh, absolutely. Now, if they're doing a direct, a direct cremation or a direct burial, we still give the decency of, putting them in a hospital gown and probably a diaper or something like that. But the family always have to provide everything. And whether they want to or not, it's an at-need thing. So you can plan for it before or you're going to pay for it later. Either way, you have to pay.
All right, Mariah, because you didn't really... Yeah, we would talk about it, but not as much. I think before my mom died, we all kind of started voicing our frustrations about the jobs.
Oh, yes.
How was you feeling after you did all that work? You went to school, you got your degree, then you got the license, and you already got your cosmetology stuff popping. Mm-hmm. Was you like, damn, man? Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what is this?
We hire from within. Okay, so, I want to move up. I want to do this. Oh, yeah. So we just hired another lady. So I go in there and I meet the lady. And she was like, oh, this is a pretty vase. It's actually an urn. But
Look, I'm thinking, ain't it called an urn? Did you put ashes in?
Exactly. But here she is in front of the family. This is her first day on the job. And this is what she says.
Did the family look at her a little crazy? Yeah, I believe that. Mm-hmm. Because I would be like, wait. Vases, you put roses and shit in that, don't you?
Right.
Yeah, you don't
So then I had to take them to the casket room and explain to them, and good the guy knew about sheet metal. And I was saying, we were talking about different caskets and the gauges of the caskets. So I was like an 18 gauge versus a 22 gauge is still, because you have to know all the hardware of a casket, different like things that...
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, different inserts, like this is... like this crushed velvet. This is that thin little, little plastic liner.
And you know why I didn't know that? Because it's going under the ground.
Right.
So that's why I was like, I just thought, I used to even ask, you was there, I think it was a choir rehearsal or something. I was like, in funerals, why you just don't put them in a box? They going under the ground.
But because by law, they have certain rules. The FTC is the one who creates all the rules for it. So a casket that is $500 can be upsold 3 times the amount. So you can sell that $500 casket for $1,500.
And $1,500, right?
$2,000. You can mark it up. Like they give you the guidelines of what you can do.
And people be paying for that shit too.
To pay. And then some people got smart. They know that now you can order your casket from Costco.
Costco online. Makes caskets?
Oh, it's online. It's not in the store. You can order from Costco. You can order your urn.
Wait, stop. Yeah. I didn't know you can order a casket from Costco.
Yes, you can.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you can.
Damn.
I have my little sea moss here. Hold on.
No, go ahead. Yeah, y'all, and look, if nigga wants some sea moss, I take cash out. I prefer cash, though. Please give me the cash if you have it. But if not, I'll take cash out. But anyway, Mariah, when this shit was all going on, were you thinking, were you at a point in your mind where you like, well, did I just do all this shit for nothing?
Absolutely.
Because damn, y'all fight me. I remember when you were working at Palms, because you was asking me, you was like, hey, nigga, they hiring if you need a job. I'm like, damn, I already work 8 to 5 or whatever. And then I remember you was like, man, you came to my mom's house, you brung Ty, my little cousin, over, and it was all of us in there. I think Tasha's there too. And I think you was like, I'm about to shake these motherfuckers, man. They playing games with the money, all that stuff. Yeah. And I was like, damn. Because you go to school for all. So you went to school for all that, did everything by the book, that the guidelines that they gave us, you did everything. And I would have thought that they would have been parading you around because you was like the only black woman embalming bodies at Palms then. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 15, 16 years ago, right?
The only one.
The only one.
Exactly.
Normally, they parade us around in front of other white people like, hey, this is our black. They didn't even do that. That's crazy. Was you thinking like, okay, these some racist motherfuckers?
Oh, I knew what time it was.
Did you feel like, were there times where you felt that they were intimidated by you?
Absolutely, because I wasn't the average black girl that they expected. I didn't give off the ghetto vibes, and like it was another person there that was not black, but she acted the way that they thought I should act.
Yep.
Yeah. They were like, Mariah, would you like some fried chicken, watermelon, like the purple drink? I said, no, I drink Pepsi. Like,
man, I don't drink that. Yeah.
I don't drink that. No, and I do not.
Wow.
I do not like watermelon, so try it. Yeah.
They will do that.
Right?
They will, yeah.
Yes.
And see, they don't know. A watermelon, the reason why black folk, the Moors, us black people, was eating watermelon because it was high on alkalinity.
Absolutely.
Years. I'm talking about, when the Pilgrims first came to this country, we was already eating that stuff because we knew it was high in all the nutrients that we needed, but it became a stereotype. Mm-hmm. And you're right. And there'll be that. Did you get passive aggressive racism too? Did you see what happened with, damn, what was going on when you was working at Palms? Oh, what do you think about New Orleans and all those people out there? Isn't that just crazy? Because that's what I was getting at my corporate plantation. I'm not trying to be funny, but I was getting that a lot. When I worked at the job, they wouldn't ask no white people, but they asked me, like, Warren, wow, what would you have done in that situation? I'm like, I don't know. I've never lived in New Orleans yet because, those people had to get out there and swim. Well, I guess that's what they have to do then. You know what I mean?
You'd be amazed how much of their business that they tell.
And all their business, don't they?
One guy, he's a supervisor, and he told me that he used to smoke crack. So you mean to tell me I have a crackhead supervisor?
Yep.
Oh
say that again. Mariah, say that again, cuzzo. Look, I've been saying this shit forever. I'm like, they'll treat us like we the crazy people, but they in their bathroom doing black tar heroin and crack, and we won't say nothing.
Nothing.
But a black person can't even raise his voice like, hey, man, that's not fair. Oh, calm down. You know what I mean? It's like you can't win for losing. And the reason why I couldn't wait to interview, because I'm like, I've been telling, I be saying it on my podcast all the time. I told my homeboy David, nigga, my cousin got like 10 degrees, nigga. And you should see the shit that she go through.
A lot.
And she got all the paperwork that you could ever need. She got the paperwork
Let's go through some of my jobs.
Let's do it. Break down. We're about to break down. Before we break it down, I want you to really break it down because where I've worked, people that has had a piece of a degree, like you didn't even get your degree, you were like 5 credits short, they'll give you a job in the office pushing papers just because. And they'll give you the time to go get it if you the complexion for the affection and you'll get the protection. But us, you got all, I was telling my brother David, I was like, bro, my cousin got so many fucking degrees, you would probably be like, she should be somebody's CEO. But if you listen to her story and really tell it, it's gonna fuck you. It's not even gonna be believable. Break down some of the jobs that you have worked and how you've been racially profiled and been viewed in a different light because you have this information. Because I feel like if you came to the funeral home under the, hey, the boss, I's ain't got my degree, but I's will want to go get it, they'd love you.
Absolutely.
To death. Break down some of the jobs that you have with this degree and how they treat it. Just throw out some examples and give us some examples of some of the jobs that you just been like, damn, I can't believe they're acting like that. And I got my paperwork. Like, I got all my paperwork.
Right. Absolutely. Like, let's start again. When I just took on another job coming back, they made me do a second apprenticeship under somebody that just finished in 2014 getting their stuff.
Is that normal? Is that normal to do a second apprenticeship?
It's not.
Okay. So that would be changing the goalpost, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then when I called and asked the boards, why do I have to do another apprenticeship? I've done one already. Can I just petition the board? Like, can I take a written exam and pass? Can I do an actual practical embalming and you watch it and pass? Oh no, that's not how we do it here. Okay. So here I am trying to do this under somebody that really isn't showing me nothing because there's nothing he can possibly show me.
Hey, hold on. Mm-hmm. You've already worked out here in the state of Nevada.
26 years in this business.
26 years. Mm-hmm. So let's break it down. You did it. That's all I was telling you. So you already did this in California. Mm-hmm. You came out here to Vegas, learned the Vegas game. You already did it. And then you used your cosmetology degree, your license, handle business. You said, okay, I want to go back to embalming bodies again. Let me try to go back. You already had all your paperwork.
Absolutely.
So the second time you went back, they hit you with a new rule?
They said it's the law. That's the law.
But was it the law when you first worked out here?
That I don't believe.
I don't think it was the law. Yeah, I don't believe that.
The guy said that he had to do another apprenticeship because he came from another state, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Because if you take the nationals, you should be recognized everywhere.
Speak on that. Speak on the nationals and how that works. That means that's interstate, which means
every state should recognize you. You might have to pay some more money, maybe to reciprocate it or something like that, but they should honor that. But they're like, oh, you have to have it this many years or be in good standing or still have done it. Well, that's not the only thing that I do. So, I have to keep moving around.
Man.
I've been a CNA.
Yep.
Okay, so I did that. I've been a mail carrier for the post office.
Man, how was that? Working at the post office. How was that?
That was not good. It was horrible because rain, sleet, or snow, you had to get that mail out. Mm-hmm. They didn't give you the proper uniforms. Mm-hmm. They didn't give you the proper light. Like you need a light sometimes at night to know where you're going. You can get robbed out there. Mm-hmm. You can get your stuff broken into and the mail stolen out your truck. And they would have you out there. Sometimes I was out there 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you shouldn't do that. Like, they shouldn't have me out there. And I had Ty. She was little. They didn't care if you had kids that picked up from school. And basically, if you was a woman and a pretty woman working there and you had like a supervisor that was a woman, she almost curses. She treats you bad, give you the worst route,
I believe it.
Oh, it was bad.
I believe it.
I mean, I could finish my route and be like, oh, I'm done. I'm going in. She came and she dropped more mail. Like, I'm talking about, let's say, you would have a tray of mail. So a tray could be like this long. So
yeah, them little trays.
Long trays, just letters. Then you have...
with all the different zip codes.
Okay, so you might have 7 to 9 of those. Then you're going to have some magazines. So you got your letters in your hand, your magazines in your arm. Then you have this bag of packages. And because now they have a contract with Amazon, so now you have, let's say, make this like to the end of this couch. You have 2 carts full of Amazon packages like that. Your bag's not even big enough to carry that, so you have to deliver. If you go into apartments, you have keys to get it.
Yep.
It was that was.
How was the organization?
Not good because it's for the people that are at the top. Like, you can be replaced.
That's a fact.
You can get your job cut. I made my 90 days, and they were saying that I didn't make my 90 days. They were clocking me out when I was still they clocked me out, not me clocking myself out because your card says there.
Isn't that against the law?
Exactly. They were doing all this crazy stuff to me, and I'm like, one day I delivered the mail, I came in, then they wanted to have a talk with me. They're not supposed to do that. When you're in a union, your union rep is supposed to be there with you.
Say it again. So break that down. Wait, hold on. You can't be dropping those jewels, cuzzo, and keep going. See, you dropping it because that's knowledge you know. Mm-hmm. Everybody don't know that because everybody doesn't have a union rep. How does that go when you have a union rep? Shout out to my nigga Leo because he got his union rep because they try to play him on some sucker shit too. So when you came back from your route.
When I came back from my route, they told me to come into the office, and they had basically closed the doors and kind of had me in there kidnapped because I didn't want to be in there. I'm ready to go home. You already made me clock out, so I should be able to leave. Yeah. Now they're like, oh, you have to return all your postal equipment. something that they never even gave me because I came from another station. So the bag came from the other station. The hat with the light on there came from another station because they gave me those things because I delivered the mail quick. I was good and I was fast.
Trying to hurry up and get it done, huh?
I was doing everything right. They was like, oh, wow, you're doing so good. But then they had to transfer me to somewhere else. So that's where I ended up staying.
And this was in L.A.?
In L.A. Yes, they had me in like West LA, so I was delivering in like
where we grew up.
Yes, no, not in South Central LA, but I was like West LA by Kaiser Cadillac, by like the Jewish areas over there.
Yeah,
like Wilshire, you know.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Pico, I was in that zone right there.
So was you close to Carmona?
Yes, sometimes I deliver mail on the backside of Carmona.
Okay.
Where the freeway was right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna ask you, I'm pretty sure there's more black people working there. How was the black people being treated at the post office?
Oh, some had been there already for a long time.
Okay.
So they kind of had they were set. Like, they knew the rules, knew what to do, and they were kind of like, get their stuff and then go. They don't have time to sit and help you figure out stuff. So that's why they give you a training. So they just started that CCA, carrier training class.
Okay.
So you have to do that before you start it. And so I did that. So I kind of, like I said, I knew what I was doing.
Cuz, I'm going to ask you the real. Was you like, this unorganized bullshit? No wonder niggas don't be getting their mail on time.
They had one girl deliver the mail to, every address was wrong. Like, you know how you have like a roundabout circle? So one street say Ave, one street say place.
Yeah.
So she just messed up all that.
And what did everybody say in the office? Because I know they
wait for the mail to get returned by the person, or maybe somebody come by and open up the mail that was not in somebody's house and pull it back out. But who has time to do that?
Man.
If you drop mail, you don't want to come back with a full sack. You're done with it. Like, get it done, right? So
I'm sorry to laugh, but I just can only imagine you, degrees and everything, and being like,
I'm delivering mail.
And y'all ain't even organized.
No, they're not.
So I'm pretty sure, was that like a, damn, man, at least can y'all be organized if I'm delivering mail?
People call off, so they already had a shortage. People tired of carrying all this stuff. Then you got to take apart a couple of hours of this person, a couple of hours over here. It's like...
What? Is that why niggas go postal for real?
Seriously. Imagine you needing to use the restroom in the middle of your route. Do you stop, run back to your truck, go use the restroom, and pick up where you left off? You can't even do that. You have to hold everything until you get to a place that would even let you use the restroom there.
Wait, okay, and hold on, Mariah, because I remember when you was telling, I'm trying not to laugh, but I remember you telling me, was you kind of, where was your mental at? Because the reason why, this is great that you brought up the post office, because I think this generation, Mariah, is under the impression that, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get my degrees. I'm talking about black people. And I'm going to get a good job. And I'm going to get a job and a degree that I have. Now, all the experience that you have, do you think that's a plausible, like that's pliable to somebody's life? Like, nah, because you've already experienced it.
I didn't even want to go to college. Let's start there. I did not want to go to college. My mother wanted me. You need to go to college. I wanted to go to the military.
Ooh.
That's where I wanted to go because I already knew somebody that was working in the military, being in
had their pension and everything.
And they were an bomber. But the guy said when I was going to sign up, you can pick 3 things. You're not guaranteed to get those 3 things, but you are guaranteed to do those years that you sign up to do. So if you pick, 3, 5, 8, or whatever, you got to do that. Whatever job that you pick and whatever place you pick, it's not guaranteed. Yeah. So I was like, no.
Did you you wanted to go to the military because you knew like it was gonna be structured, you was gonna have your check. It wasn't gonna be no issues. That's one thing you don't never hear in the military talking about. Ooh, nigga, I ain't even got your check. They don't play that in the military. You gonna have that money.
The mortuary I used to work for, Simpson, on payday, he owed so many people. He paid us. It was almost close to 5. Everybody hauled ass to the bank. We carpooled to the bank to bust those checks out. Okay, I got one time said NSF, and I was like, oh hell no.
Wait.
No, I'm so
Wait, so what happened? What happened when you got that check?
Oh, I came right back. This check didn't. Oh, you gotta get